Today we are going to see about mod from the scratch till you get the best speed mods. We are going to see everything in this video. What is a mod? It is like a piece of gear that we can add to our character that will increase the stats of the character. There are four different classes in the game: attacker, tanks, healers, and support. So attackers will require more damage stats, that is crit damage or offense. Tanks will require stats which make them survive longer in the battle, like health, protection, and defense. That is the basis of mods. It increases the stats on our characters. Depending upon the class, we put the best mods that we have on the characters. Mods come in 6 different shapes. We are going to separate it into the left side ones and the right side ones. The left side is the square, diamond, and circle. Right side is arrow, triangle, and cross. The left side pieces have very limited option of primary stat. What do we mean by the primary stat? That is the main stat increase that a mod can give. The left side ones have fixed primary stats in the square and defense. The square can have only offense stat and the diamond can have only a defense stat. Similar way, the circle can have only health or protection. That is why we have separated those. The left side pieces can have only these as their primary stat. Now, when it comes to the right side ones, they can have different stats which can come in the primary. But for arrow, we need the speed stat in there because that is the only mod which can have speed as a primary. So we need mostly speed arrows. Then for the triangle, that is where we can get crit damage as a primary stat. So we will target that for our attacker characters and health or protection for our tanks. Cross is the place where we can find potency and tenacity as a primary stat. So the characters which apply a debuff will require potency, and the same way the characters who wants to resist the debuffs will need tenacity mods in the cross. So those are the shapes and their primary stats. There is a percentage of stat increase when we form a particular set. What do we mean by sets? There has to be a pair of same mod type. Like for example, these two here are health mods. These four here are speed mods. So the one in the center indicates the mod type. So we need to form a set based on this particular one. If it is a speed, crit damage, or offense, we need 4 mods to make a set. But any other mod types that you have, like health, defense, or tenacity, then you can use 2 of the mods to make a set. Again, what does set do? When you have a particular set of a mod type, then it increases that stat. Next comes our secondary stats. So each mod can have 4 secondary stats, and this is where we mainly target to get speed on our mods. That is what we are going to see for the majority of this video. And keep in mind, percentage is always better than the flat stats. So the more percentage or speed you have, that is going to be a good mod that you can equip on your character. And we care about only 5 dot mods. Sell anything below 5 dots because only 5 dot mods can be taken into a 6 dot mod. That is the reason we are going to sell anything below 5 dots. This is a game within the game itself. This is the mod game. We need to acquire the mods, filter out the mods, and sell the mods which we don't require, and increase the mod levels and increase the stats to get a better mod to equip on our characters. These are the 3 steps that we need to do in the mod game. We need to acquire, we need to identify and farm the right mods, then we need to clear it, sell the mods that we don't need. Anything below 5 dots, we sell them. Any mod without a speed, we are going to sell them. And then enhance, that is upgrading the mods and trying to get better stats on the mod, trying to get a 20 plus or 25 plus speed on our mods. Let's see how to acquire. The best place is swgoh.gg. where you can search your particular character that you are going to mod. In the best mods section, you will be able to find which type of mods to be farmed. For Leia, she needs a speed set and a health set. So speed comes in 4 and health comes in 2. We need 4 speed mods and 2 health mods to equip on her. And you can see the primary stats that we are looking for. So arrows will be always speed. In most of the cases, it will always be speed. For triangle, circle and cross, they are looking for health mods. Leia is a tank and she needs as much health as possible to survive longer in the battle. So that is the reason they are going for health mods here. After you go to GG and find out what mods that the particular character requires, then you come into the game, go to the mod challenges and farm only tier 3 of mod challenges, because that is what gives us 5 dot mods. Tier 1 and 2, just do it one time to get to tier 3. Then after you reach there, do only the tier 3. In this case, for Leia, we are going to be farming the health mods and the speed mods inside the mod challenges. And in mod battles, the similar way, 1 to 8, you just do it once, then go into the 9th level, then you get the mod slicing materials from there. We'll get to slicing materials later, but that is where you acquire slicing materials to increase our mods. The next step in the mod game is the clearing. If a mod doesn't have speed, then we sell it. The only exception is arrows, because arrows will have a speed as a primary. We will not find speed in the secondaries for the arrow, so you need to keep that in mind. But for all the other mod, we are going to sell if that is not having speed as a secondary. Then we already looked at this. Sell all the mods that are less than 5 dots, because they cannot be converted into 6 dots and we don't want those mods, so sell them up. In the right side, there is the chance of getting accuracy and defense as a primary stats, and not many characters require these as their stat increases, so we are going to sell them off as well. All the remaining mods other than this, we are going to take to level 12. If you're short on credits, you can do it level by level, but now the game is giving us more credits, so it should not be a problem to take the mods to level 12. So what we are going to do, we are going to take all our gray, green, blue and purple to level 12, which will reveal all the secondary stats that the mod can get. After we reveal that, then we are going to sell whichever mod that doesn't have a speed secondary, we are going to sell them off. So that is clearing the mods. After you clear that, then you need to enhance. For a gray mod at level 12, you will see all these stats. For a green mod, you will see the stats at level 9 itself. Blue at level 6. Purple at level 3, you will be able to see all the stats. And for gold, you don't need to level them up. You can see that directly when you get a gold mod. When a mod doesn't have speed, we are going to sell them off. So whatever the mods that we have remaining will all have at least 1 speed in the secondary. How to make the choice which mod to enhance to the next step. Gray is the bottom. From there we increase to gray to green, then blue, then purple, then gold, then to 6 dots. That is how we enhance the mods. How to identify which mod to enhance to the next level. I have set speed levels as the basis on which I am going to enhance the mods. So if it is a 4 or 5 speed in the gray mod, then I am taking it to level 15 and then slicing it to green. For slicing, you need the mod slicing materials, which can be found in mod battles, and 9A and 9B will be the major ones that we are going to farm in the mod battles. This is where having characters like Padawan Obi-Wan, Master Qui-Gon, and also the Peridio Patrol, they give out mod slicing materials, as well as if you are having Jabba, you will have access to Smuggler's Run 2. That will give out mod slicing materials as well. Now recently, Hondo has Smuggler's Run 3. Once you have Hondo, then you will be having 2 smugglers runs that will give mod slicing materials passively every month, that runs twice every month. So that will be enough for getting the mod slicing materials. Then you can keep farming your mods with your mod energy. That will get us more mods into the account. Usually I follow a 1 week of mod farming, then the next week to get the mod slicing materials. I will make sure I am having 200 of the mod slicing materials, and then go for mod farming, then do the upgrades at once. This is the standard I have set. For gray mods, I'll look for 4 or 5 speed to take it to the next level. Then I will take it to level 15, then slice it. Any mod needs to be at level 15 before we can slice it to the next level. And it is best if we take them to 15 and then equip on characters, because at level 15 they give a much better stat increase for getting the sets. So that is the reason we need to take a mod to level 15 and then equip it on characters. Now for the green, the same way, the speed level I'm looking for is 8 or above, and then I will slice it to blue. For blue, again, it should be 10 or above, then that mod is good enough for me to take to purple. In purple, I look for 12 or above, then slice it to gold. In gold, if it is 14 or above, then slice it to 6 dots. These materials are very rare, so until you get access to Java, Hondo, Peridia Patrol and Duel of Fates, you need to be careful about slicing, and we need as much speed as possible. That way our mods will be better. And when you increase from gold to 6 dots, we can have again 5 levels of increase in 6 dot mods as well. Like when you first increase 5 dot gold mod, it will be a gray 6 dot mod. Then you need to again increase them like to green, blue, purple, gold again. That will increase the stats. In total, the secondary stat can hit 5 times. So if you roll a speed 5 times, then you need to stop. That is the maximum speed that you're going to get on that particular mod. The mod slicing materials are very rare, so we'll stop if we get 5 rolls on speed in a 6 dot mod. So that is how we enhance the mods one by one to the next levels. And as we said before, if it is having a percentage stat, it is always better than a flat stat. This particular mod has 3 flat stats, so it is better to spend that materials to upgrade a better mod which is having like 2% stats. Then I can upgrade this mod over this one, so that will be better use of my slicing materials. So that is the mod game. It never ends. We need to acquire the mods, filter out the bad mods that we don't want, and we need to enhance it to the next levels. Always keep hunting for the speed. Our rosters will be always evolving, so our mods should too. Now let's go into the game and see how we do that inside the game. Whatever we saw here, let's try to apply it in game. We are in the game now. So in your character screen, click on this checkbox. Then you will have this manage mods option. Here is where we can find all our mods that is equipped on the characters, as well as the mods which are not equipped as well. You have this filter button, and you can set up filters here to sell out the bad mods. Like here I have a filter for finding all the mods that are not at 5 dots, and if you click on the filter, it will show the mods. If you have them, it will show those mods. So how to set up these filters, we'll see it in a separate video, but for now this is what I do. Anything not at 5 dots, we sell them off. Then we look for the mods at the right side, that is arrow, triangle and cross, and see if they are having accuracy and defense as their primary stats. These mods have accuracy and defense as their primary stat, so we are going to select them and sell them off. Next, we are going to go to a reveal filter where I have selected all the mods that is not having speed as their primary. This is only for set for Mark 5 and gray, green, blue and purple mods. So you can set this filter like this and then click on filter. This will show all the mods that is in your roster which are still not upgraded and not showing all the secondary stats. Then what you can do, you can select all and click on the upgrade button. It will show reveal all secondary stats. If you're short on credits, then you can go level by level. Now with all the changes in the game, we should have enough credits, so it is better to take them all to level 12. Initially you will be short on credits, so increase them level by level. Later, once you start having enough credits, then you can go to this method where you take all the mods to level 12 at once. Now I can see all the mods with all the secondary stats revealed. The next step I do is going to sell no speed. So again, this has all the primaries selected without the speed one, and in the secondary we are going to select speed and click on this one which doesn't have speed. What this will do, it will filter all the mods and give us the mods that are not having speed on their secondaries. So select all these and we don't want these mods, so sell them off. The next step is for arrow, where we need all the speed arrows and we don't want anything other than speed in their primary stat. So first one, we are going to arrow. So select arrow and select speed as the primary stat for Mark 5 mods. Select this. So all this have speed. We are going to take them to level 15 directly. That will give 30 speed on the arrows. Next, any arrow without speed, so click on your arrow, then select all the primary stat without the speed, again for 5 dot mods. So these mods doesn't have speed, we are going to sell them off. One thing that we may need here is the crit avoidance one. So save 1 or 2 mods which are having crit avoidance as their primary, and if you find better speed on those, then you can keep 1 or 2 of them. You can go inside the mod and use this button to lock the mod, that way you're not going to sell them off. So this particular mod has 14 speed and crit avoidance, so I'm going to keep that. The remaining all I'm going to select and sell them off. So the mod which we locked doesn't get sold, the other mods are out of our roster. So that is how I work on my arrows. Then after that, we are going to go for all the other mods at once which are having speed and take them one by one. So select all your mods, select in the secondary which has speed and click on this one which has speed, and select your 5 dot mods, then select one by one. You can set up a filter for based on the color, like gray mod, green mod, like that, or you can work all of them at once with any tier. So let's go to gray mods first. So here what I do is I generally have this sorted by speed and then work on the mods that are at the top. So this has 5 speed, but others are flat stats, so I leave that for now. But this one has a 5 speed and has all the other percentages, so I'm going to take this one first, take it to level 15. It has to be at level 15 to go to the next level. Then you go to this slice option where we increase the color from gray to green to all the way up to gold. So you need this slicing material which can be found in the mod battles at 9A. So for the gray ones you require just one of these slicing material. Let's try it. It didn't hit speed and it stays at 5, so I stop leveling that mod. The same way we are going to try each one of these mods until we hit speed roll. There you go. That hit speed, but it is only at 8 speed. The maximum you can get by slicing is 11, 5 on the gray plus 6 while you slice. This one is at 8, so we can find a better mod to upgrade. So we are going to stop it and try to find a better mod. This one had a 4 speed on gray, and we got a 5 speed on the slicing. As per my standards, I have said when a green mod is at 9, it is good to upgrade to blue. So we'll continue slicing this mod to the next level. Now it didn't hit speed, so I'm going to stop upgrading this mod. For this mod, we had a 4 speed in gray, and now with our roll we got a 10 speed. That is good enough for me to take all the way up to purple. So let's try if we can get more hits on speed here. That again hit speed. Let's try that again. And if it is a 14 speed, that is good enough for me to take all the way up to 6 dots. So we are going to take that to the next level. That didn't hit speed. Taking to 6 dot, we'll see if we can find a better speed mod. So we're going to stop it for now on this one. In the same way, while working on your green mods, you can select them all, upgrade to level 12. That will show all the mods, and anything above 9 that I can take. Right now I don't have anything above 9, so I'm going to move to the next one, that is blue mods. Select the blue here, filter it out, select all and upgrade. Again I take them to 12 first and see if I get any mods above 10. I did not get. Next I move to the purple, filter the mods, select all, upgrade to 12. Again nothing here above 11 speed, so I'm going to leave that. Next I'm going to the gold mods and filter it, select all, upgrade to 12. So the best mod that we are having is a 14 speed mod. So let's try and upgrade them to the 6 dots. Each slicing level requires more slicing materials, and this is where our Java, Hondo and Peridipals and Duel of Fates comes in, which gives these materials passively. Now let's take this mod to next level. When you increase that, there is an increase of 1 in the speed. And now again for the 6 dot mods, we have 5 levels that we can increase and try to get hits on our speed. Let's try that. So that got a hit and we got a 20 speed mod. Now let's try it again. It did not hit speed. Give it a go again. When it hits more stats on the flat stats, you should stop working on it and try the upgrades on a different mod which has better percentage stats. But for the purpose of video, I am doing this. So now we can do one more slicing. We'll try that, and that hits speed. So we have 5 rolls on our speed. That is the maximum mod can have. So we are going to stop it here. Don't take any mods that is like this, which is doesn't have much of a speed here. So instead of using the slicing materials on a mod like this, which doesn't have speed, you should use your slicing materials on mods which can hit speed. This is a type of mod that we can try and take higher. Like we have speed and 3% stats that we can use on characters that will increase their stats. We can have one more roll on our speed. So we are going to try that if we are going to get it. So after upgrading all your slicing chances, we can have calibrate option for 6 times, and this requires your micro attenuators, which again the smugglers run events give, or you can find in shipments. Let's try and see if we can hit speed once again. So how you do that? You transfer one of these to your other stat between your secondary stats. So we have crit chance full. If we calibrate this mod from offense, then it can hit either of these three: health, speed, or offense. So let's give that a chance. Click on calibrate. uh, there is a chance of this happening as well. You hit the same stat. If it increases, you keep the changes. If it decreases, you stop there. Now let's try it one more again. Each time you calibrate, this attenuators required are going to go up. One or two calibrations are okay, but don't go above that. For mods, the maximum we can have is 300 for the attenuators, and these are very rare to come by. So let's give it one more shot at calibrating this and see if we can hit speed. That didn't happen today, but there is a slice increase. We'll keep that for now. We'll take one more mod to 6 dots now, which is at 14 speed. So that increases to 15. Let's give it a shot. It is hitting flat stats one more time. Now we got a hit on speed. Again, it is hitting tenacity. Let's give a chance again. That again hit tenacity. Now, if you having something like this that is having 2% and 4 speed rolls, then you can use your flat stat to calibrate. Click on that. Now it hit speed. That is the 5th time that is hitting speed. That is the maximum this mod can have. So stop there. That is how we enhance our mods. We find the mods in this mod challenges, go through this once, and always farm in the tier 3. These are the different mods that we can farm. Most of the time it will be speed, offense, and health mods, because our attacker characters require offense and the tanks require health, and we need speed for most of our characters. So that is where mostly we'll be farming our mods. The other ones, depending upon the character, if the character is applying more debuffs, then you will require potency. And in mod battles, you go through all these levels once, and then here in the level 9 is where you farm the slicing materials. Slicing materials can also be found in this guild activity. For Mark 1 raid currency, you will be able to find this one rotating between different slicing materials. So this is a cheap place to get these slicing materials as well. So that is how I work on mods. Hope this helped to get better mods in your account. Thanks everyone. Thanks for watching. Keep on gaming.